one of the hottest players on the PBA Tour, Ryan Ciminelli.
Tournament leader decides to start first. Opening shot, title match. Is a mixing strike.
Like a cruise missile going through balsa wood. That's a lot of power. Ryan Ciminelli, fun to watch. Now, Graham Fach trying to become the first player ever to win a PBA title from Canada.
Back-to-back weeks. Dan McClellan tried last week. Fach has another opportunity today. Fach bowls in Kitchener with Dan McClellan. Opening shot is a good one. Strike a piece.
An all southpaw finale. As you mentioned, Graham bowls out of Frederick Lanes, bowls league together with Dan McClellan. We saw Dan finish second last week.
McClellan, the general manager at the Fred.
The Fred?
In Kitchener.
I like that. The Fred.
Strike working second frame for Graham Fach. Mixing strike. Command of the pocket.
Nice soft little entry angle into the pocket on that shot, carrying the light mixer. Beautiful hand at the bottom. Again, a timing that really relies on waiting for that bowling ball from the top of the swing down.
Going to be interesting to watch the battle of will in this match. A softer approach. And the Ryan Express is bull charging forward, second frame. Double apiece. And today's Columbia 300 fun fact, and the age of the last four major champions: Ciminelli at the US Open, 29, Gary Faulkner at the World Championship, 25, and then the last 2 weeks here on the PBA Tour, Svensson, the youngest ever to win the Tournament of Champions, Simonson, the youngest ever to win a major at the Masters, 20 and 19.
Pretty incredible stat right there.
And it only gets younger today. Third frame.
Hook.
Oh, baby, come on! Tickles the six forward.
Ciminelli just full of confidence, making great shots, and catches a nice break, and that'll loosen your arm swing up real quick. But he's really come into his own. Let's take a look at this form and this style right here. Look at that athletic position at the foul line. Beautiful.
Answers right back.
A battle of power and finesse. Ryan Ciminelli has much power as any of the two-handers out on tour. Difference, Ryan uses one hand and his thumb. Graham Fach, more of a traditional stroke type of player. Down and in is his game, keeping his hand underneath the bowling ball.
Just joined the PBA and just in bowling in his second career pro event, 2015 graduate at Urbana University. Handball! All strikes.
He's not supposed to do this. It's too early. This is only his first ever telecast. What's happening?
The youth movement is fearless and laser focused. PBA.com. Be sure to stay logged on for all the latest PBA news, player updates, tournament results, and promotions, including the latest from PBA partner Barbasol. Just click on the Barbasol link at PBA.com for more info. Ciminelli 7-pin roller comes up short and late.
My first ever time on television, it was in Tucson. I want to say it was 1985. I was bowling against David Ozio. I shot 153, and it was all I could do to keep the insides from ending up on the outsides. And boy, it was a tough uphill battle from there and a big learning curve.
Speaking with Ryan Ciminelli yesterday, always working to fight the demons within and the pressure to maintain what he's built. He's wearing the heart rate monitor today, 90 during practice, and it has shot up to 155.
Yeah, a little heart rate increase, a lot of adrenaline. That's what makes it fun.
And fun to watch. Fifth frame.
Good shot. Yeah.
High
Really came into his own when he changed his game, working with Mike Jazz now. He shortened up that follow through, or excuse me, that push away in that first step, and really freed up his arm swing.
And the key for Ciminelli was to incorporate those changes, Randy, while keeping his own identity. Now Graham Fach, four-bagger working, fifth frame.
Let's go, Graham.
Whoa. Oh! Five-bagger. Any way they fall, something didn't look right.
Well, he wasn't expecting that much down lane reaction. But it's still a five-bagger. Watch this. As this bowling ball comes off the end of the pattern, it goes pretty sharp right. We haven't seen that much down lane reaction the entire day. Remember, 46 feet in length. The lane itself is only 60 feet long.
And Ciminelli noting that Fach capable of generating more down lane motion. Perfect. Sixth frame.
Yes!
Slapping the seven. Graham Fach's got the front six. And Kimberly Pressler is with Sam Cooley.
Thanks, guys. Sam, thanks for taking the time to talk with me. That was a tough loss, such a close match. Walk us through what happened in the 10th frame.
I mean, I threw the first shot good and got up for the next one and just completely pulled a left, and I knew it straight away wasn't going to hold.
What do you see happening to the lanes out there?
It's going to be about who can hit the right lane on the left side. I think the way things are going now, it looks like Graham's going to go all the way, but Ciminelli has the experience behind him, so he will have that to his advantage.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Guys, back to you in the booth.
Yeah, the big difference right now, and Sam just pointed out, is the right lane, and the difference in this match thus far, back-to-back soft sevens for Ciminelli.
Ciminelli referring to his perfect game in the position round, Randy, as the most special way he's ever led a tournament. He even called it Barnes-esque.
Oh yeah, there's no better way than he was referring to Chris Barnes, because he said that it seemed like anytime Chris Barnes needed a big game, whether it was to make a show, make a cut, make match play, that Barnes came through with a perfect 300 game. But right now, Ryan needs to kind of back his ball speed down on that right lane to get it to face up.
In saying so, he said he didn't want to see that down lane shape. And a solid seven.
It's been the one stopper this week. The only thing that's really stopped the players has been pin carry. And it's been the difference between big games, matches won, and you know, in a 220, you leave enough corner pins, you can hit the pocket every shot, and at the end of 10 frames, you shoot 220 versus 270, and it all comes down to pin carry. I think this is a real interesting shot coming up now in the right lane for Graham Fach, because remember the last time he was up on this lane, he was a little surprised by that down lane ball reaction.
Part of Fach's game plan is trying to ignore the circumstances. I don't know how you ignore front six in a title match. He'll operate in the seventh.
Oh, yes. There you go.
And just a wiggle and 10-pin stands. Previous one he didn't like strikes. He liked this one, no strike.
Looked like it was a little bit farther left of target down lane and a little softer off the pattern, leaving that shaker 10. Interesting spare shot. He hooks it. He actually soft hooks it at the 10 pin. I can't remember the last time I've seen that. Everybody's so used to throwing it straight and hard at all single pin spares. Very interesting.
Graham Fach 31-pin lead. We enter the 8th frame. Barbasol PBA Players Championship title match for a major on the PBA Tour.
Beautiful hand there at the bottom of that shot. Wow. Wow, that shot was so smooth and so clean off of his hand.
Thank you to Dean Bring, the Director of Partnerships at Barbasol, for their support of the Barbasol PBA Players Championship. Also Wayne and Elaine Webb, the twosome, putting on a great show here in Columbus with the support of everyone here in the capital city. Shakes out the 10. Ciminelli, big strike in the 8th. And now a monumental foundation frame coming up for the Ryan Express.
Ryan still has a possible 248 if he takes it off the sheet. Graham Fach is in the 240s. Take a look at the difference in the size of the left arm versus the right arm of Ryan Ciminelli.
Come on!
Never
And a
know.
big double cuts the lead to 21. Graham Fach, Randy, steps up in a shutout situation. The last 2 weeks have seen the youngest major champions in their events. Graham Fach is 24, bidding to win the PBA Players Championship.
And we have the heart monitor. I'd like to get the brainwave monitor hooked up to these players.
Oh.
High flush hit for Graham Fach, doubles, extending his lead to 31. He can shut out Ciminelli.
Yeah, and all he needs is a mark. Any mark here in the 10th frame, and Graham Fach will be the first player ever in the history of the PBA Tour to win for the great country of Canada.
All Ciminelli can do is sit and watch. It's out of his hands. Clean frame, and Fach claims the Barbasol PBA Players Championship.
Carry. Yes!
Graham Fach, 3 straight weeks on the PBA Tour. The first Canadian to win on the PBA Tour.
Oh, Canada! Wow, what a performance.
Graham's mom, Connie, is here taking in the PBA history. Randy,
Wow.
3 weeks in a row, 3 historical conclusions.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Couldn't happen to a nicer young man. Really enjoyed our time we spent with him in our interview. Just a nice, nice young man. And boy, did he earn it.
From Guelph, Ontario, Canada, the first champion from the Great White North is Graham Fach.
How about our last 3 majors? Wow.
Thank you, Tom.
Jesper Svensson, TSC winner. Anthony Simonson, Masters winner. And now, Graham Fach from Canada.
Oh my God.
Connie, mom, and girlfriend Jenny in support of Graham Fach and an incredible achievement. Almost 60 years of professional bowling and the first Canadian champion.
It's amazing, isn't it? Boy, you wouldn't think that it would take that long. Canada's got a lot of great bowlers. Dan McClellan, boy, with all his talent, we thought for sure he'd win a title. He decided to go home and get a full-time job. And now here's Graham Fach, who actually bowls league with Dan McClellan at the center that Dan runs. He wins.
And a runner-up finish for Ryan Ciminelli, continuing the path of great bowling.
Well done.
But today's day is Graham Fach as the Maple Leaf flies in Columbus. Kimberly Pressler
Yes! Thank you,
will
Columbus!
chat with the PBA Tour's newest major champion. And he might need a razor for the Barbasol shave when we return to Wayne Webb's Columbus Bowl.